Om Asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma amrutangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. O Lord, please lead us from unreality to the reality, from ignorance to the knowledge, and from mortality to the immortality. Om, peace, peace, peace. Yeah, my dear devotees, as you know, we're all discussing Aparokshanubhuti. That is one of the basic texts on the non-dualistic philosophy. In the previous classes, we did try to understand that who am I? I'm not the body. I'm not the mind. I am not the intellect. I am not the emotions. And I am not the matter. I'm the consciousness, which none can destroy me. I am that consciousness. I am that existence. I am that blissful or complete awareness, pure awareness I am. And why I am aware of awareness, why I am consciousness alone, but not the matter. So all this from different way of explanation, the author tried to explain. Now, based on three states of experience, he's trying to tell that the experiencer, which is common in all these three states of experience or existence, is that person as a witness, try to catch him or try to know him. Generally, sometimes when we explain the difficult concepts, we give examples and we give some marks. Okay, so this is the mark if it is for an example. A fruit, apple fruit, so beautiful, so delicious, so healthy. Oh, how it looks like? It looks like red in color, dark red in color. It will be round more or less and a small stalk like that. So that is what we give an explanation. So when a person who has heard about apple, when he sees the apple fruit, he understands that, oh, here is the apple, which recently I heard the narration or description about the apple. So similarly, with any object, when we hear the description and when we see the corresponding object, we will be able to understand it is that object. But the problem here is the self, which is my own nature, it is not an object. So pinpointedly, we cannot show just like an object, but it is a subject. It is an awareness. But sometimes or many times, because of ignorance, we are mistaken ourselves to be body, mind, house, riches, all things. So here, the author is trying to remove that ignorance, trying to remove the wrong notions, trying to remove the superimpositions which are there in our mind. So the author is trying to tell that now in these three states of experience, you are that self who is the witness in all these three states. That is your real nature. Try to understand. Swapno jagarano likaha swapnepi jagaro nahi dvayameva laye nasti layopi hi ubhayo nacha. Means the dream experience is unreal in waking state, whereas the waking experience is absent in dream. Both, however, are non-existent in deep sleep, which again is not experienced in either. So we have got three states of experience in our day-to-day life. One is deep sleep. Oh, I had a wonderful sleep. I slept at 10 p.m. and my sleep broke and I thought I had a small nap, but 6 hours over. Morning it was 4 a.m. Of course, since we are monks, I'm telling 4 a.m. For others, it is maybe 5, 6, 7, 8 or whatever. It took like very just a small amount of time or a few minutes or just a spur of moment or few moments, but it was long time that for 5, 6 or 8 hours. And we had a dreamy sleep for some time during our sleep. When our sleep breaks and when we get awakened, when we come to the waking state, we understand that, oh, it is just a dream. Oh, it was only a dream and it doesn't have any real existence at all. And similarly, the waking state experience doesn't have existence or reality when you are sleeping or when you are in dream state. Whereas the deep sleep experience, the deep sleep state of experience is excluded in dream state experience and waking state experience. Similarly, dream state experience is excluded in a deep sleep and as well as in the waking state experience. The experience of the waking state is excluded in the dream state and also the deep sleep state of experience. But in all these three states of experience, there is a common person who is that I am that. I am that witness. I am that consciousness. I am that pure awareness. So to catch that, so a lot of signals or symbols or it is in Sanskrit word, we say that is a mark. By that we can identify it is what. So the author is trying to tell that, okay, you are the witness and you are existing in all these three states of experience. So try to understand that you are that, catch hold of that. For an example, a spiritual aspirant went to Ramana Maharshi. Ramana Maharshi is a great spiritual personality. He was a realized person. He was a self-realized person who was living century ago in southern part of India, in Tamil Nadu, Tiruvannamalai. He's a great saint. Many people have got so many revelations under him, and so many people even now they do go and they try to understand about self from his teachings. A person went. He said, Venerable Sir, I would like to be happy. I want to realize God. I want to realize who am I. Please tell me how to realize. He said, try to know that who is that I. You said, I want to realize myself, or I want to realize self, or I want to have self-realization. Fine. So try to find out that I, who is that I. Then you'll be able to understand who are you, or you will have self-realization. And one more aspirant, he went and said, Sir, I want peace. How can I attain the peace? He said, remove that I, then you'll have a peace. One place is saying, try to understand that I, you are a self-realized person. The other place you are saying that remove that I, you can have the peace of mind. Is it not contradictory? No. When he says that, try to understand who is that I, you will be the self-realized person, or you are the self-realized person. There I refers to Atman or Brahman, or the witness, or the pure awareness, or the pure consciousness, which exists in all three states of experience. And in the second example, when I say that, remove that I, then you can be happy. That means that I is with the pseudo-ego. Oh, I am fat. I am thin. I am an achiever. I am a good sportsman. I can do anything and everything. I have done so many things. So this I is getting jointed with my physical life, or with the physical body, or with my emotions, with my thought currents, with my ambitions, with my achievements. That's why I am, bound. So that I has to be removed. That is what pseudo-ego or unripened ego, as Sri Ramakrishna says. So here the author is trying to try to know that I, who exists in all these three states of experience, that is what you are. After this, after explaining these three states of experience, author in the next sloka, he tries to say, look, these three states of experience are excluded each other. They are not inclusive. Whereas that consciousness is there, just like a thread in the garland, thread in the pearl necklace, there's a thread. Now there is a pearl 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there are so many pearls, fine. But what is the common thing which is linking all the pearls? That is the thread. So similarly, you got dream state experience, waking state experience, and deep sleep state experience. What is common in all these three is that you are that, or you are the experiencer, or as the witness, you are that witness, or you are that pure awareness. So that alone is real, and these three states of experience is not real. Why? Because if anything has to be real, it has to exist at all three times. What is that all three times? Past, present, and future. Whereas all these three states of experience are excluding each other, so it is not real. That idea has been discussed or taken up in the 58th verse. Now the question may come for most of us, why is this idea has been told? What is the intention? What is the purpose of the author? The purpose of the author is to show that the consciousness alone exists. The consciousness alone is appearing as this world, the mundane world or the empirical world which we are experiencing. So to show that, to negate the reality of the existence behind this empirical world, the author is trying to explain with the help of three states of experience. Trayamevam bhavonmitya gunatraya vinirmitam asya drashta gunatito nityo hi ekaschidatmakaha. Thus, all the three states of experience are unreal, in as much as they are creation of the three gunas, but their witness is beyond all gunas. The eternal one is the consciousness itself. So, these three states of experience is dominated by three gunas. Three qualities. Deep sleep state is dominated by tamoguna. Dream state is dominated by rajoguna. And the waking state is dominated by sattvaguna. So what is this sattvaguna? What is this rajoguna? What is this tamoguna? I've explained in my previous class. I hope you people remember. Whereas the consciousness is beyond these three gunas. So these three states are dominated by three gunas, and these three states of experience are creation of these three gunas, and the witness or the I or the consciousness is beyond all these three gunas, and it is only the reality. So that is what the author is trying to tell. And one more we should understand very clearly. In the non-dualistic philosophy alone, they say that consciousness or awareness alone is real. Means God, world, and the I, or individual being. These are the three things which every philosophy has to explain. Now, who am I? I am the pure awareness. I am the pure consciousness. That has been explained. How much ever has been told, explained, but we get inquisitiveness. Question, then what is about this world actually? I'm experiencing every day, every moment, every second. So what is this nature? Who created it? When it was created? How it was created? Why it was created? What is its nature? What is my connection with this? How it came into existence? Whether this is eternal or not? All these questions, how much ever we listen about myself, we get the question. So here author is trying to tell this whole world is an appearance. The consciousness or the pure awareness is appearing as the world. This philosophy is unique to the non-dualistic philosophy, that is Advaita Vedanta, and it is much more scientific and it is much more rational. Now, when I say it is much more rational and scientific, why? Because in the science, they were also, the empirical science was trying to find out what is the secret behind this universe. And they also wanted to know a substance by which the whole world has come out. I, you, the planets, galaxies, moon, stars, water, metals, all things. So they said from atom, everything has come. The life, everything has come from matter, they were saying. But whereas the spirituality or the Advaita Vedanta, the spiritual science says, no, from the consciousness, the matter has come. The science is trying to tell the consciousness or the life has come from the matter, but we are saying that the spiritual science is saying that the matter, even the matter has come from the consciousness. The consciousness has been translated or is appearing as an energy or even the matter. Now, today's science is telling the condensed form of energy is matter. They have told. So they have gone to the level of energy, which we say prana. So above that, the consciousness is there. Still, the empirical science or the materialistic science is yet to reach, whereas the spiritual science or the Advaita Vedanta has reached even to that state, the highest state, that everything has emerged out from the consciousness. Everything has been come out from the consciousness. So this is why the Advaita Vedanta, the non-dualistic philosophy, is one of the rational and scientific philosophy. From the consciousness, everything has come. Now, when I say everything has come, means what? Consciousness has been translated into this matter or the world. Our consciousness is appearing as the world. Or the world has deduced from this consciousness. So this is what the question comes. Here only we have to understand what the Advaita Vedanta's view. The Advaita Vedanta takes the stand that the consciousness is appearing as the world. Now, the milk got translated into curd. Milk was transferred or converted into curd. Isn't it? Fine. So that is what the qualified monoism, Vishishtadvaitin, they say. But whereas the Advaitin say, no, just the Brahman is appearing as the world. Now, how to understand that? Oh, you see, there's a beautiful golden earring. Wow, wonderful. You see, there's a beautiful nose ring here. Fine. There's a beautiful golden necklace. Fine. There's a beautiful golden bangle. Fine. Now, there are 4 items, 4 substances, 4 names. One is golden earring. The second is golden nose ring. The third is golden bangle. The fourth is golden necklace. 4 names corresponding with 4 objects. Fine. I say that there is only one object. You have given 4 names. How? Because if you see in the transaction reality, that every word has to an object, or every object has to be an individual or unique different name. So how can you say, Swamiji, there are 4 substances, but only one name? It is very contradicting statement yours. 4 substances, 4 objects, 4 names should be there. And I have told golden ring, golden bangle, golden necklace, golden earring or nose ring. And you are saying only one substance. How, son? 4 substances, 4 names. That any commonsensical person says. Even a child can say. How can you say that? There is only one substance. I say, there may be different names, 4 names, fine. 4 forms can be there, but the substance is only one, which is common to all these things, is called gold. Golden necklace, golden bangle, golden nose ring, golden earring. If you remove the gold from all these 4 things also ceases to exist. So the material gold is appearing in the form of necklace, or in the form of bangle, or in the form of earring, or in the form of nose ring. So the gold alone is real, just it is appearing as these four substances. So similarly, the consciousness, when I'm sleeping, I am called sleeper. Oh, see, he has got a beautiful, he's a sleepy, he's sleeping in the deep state. Deep sleep is a sleeper. When I'm dreaming, I'm the dreamer. And when I'm in the waking state, I am called conscious being or the waker. Only one person, we are called by three different names because of three states of experience. Then am I different from the dreamer is different from the sleeper is different from the waker? No. Only one person is called with the three names according to states of experience is existing. But only one person, isn't it? So like that one person is the true person, is that consciousness. So similarly, golden earring, golden nose ring, golden bangle, golden necklace, four objects you are telling, fine, they have got different names, different forms, different functional aspects. We don't deny it, but there is only one substance that is called gold, and gold is appearing as all these things. So similarly, the Advaita Vedanta, the non-dualistic philosophy says that the consciousness alone is appearing as this mundane world or the empirical world. So this is what they are trying to understand. So this we have to understand. How much ever we tell, I mean the philosopher tells, and how much ever you listen to the lectures, Swamiji, whenever we are hearing your lecture, many times the devotees say this, express their opinion, views, experience. When we are hearing your lecture, we all feel, yes, it is right, Swamiji, whatever is telling. But afterwards we feel, Swamiji was telling, it was right maybe at that time, now may not be. Because we are experiencing the world so tangibly. How can it be in appearance? How it can be unreal? There should be something, I think. Swamiji, because of his so beautiful narrative style, he mesmerized that time, and somehow that's how we got convinced, probably. I think there is some problem. I think there is something we have to think. Sometimes people do think that people have expressed their opinions. And I laugh at it. There is no wonder. Then he said, Swamiji, that means, are you accepting our statements? No. The problem is, we have to understand is, when you are in the dream, you are dreaming, it's beautiful, you had a BMW car, and you had in near Wicklow Mountains, and you had a great merrymaking with your friends and family people. Nicely you were enjoying your life. So much so, all your desires are fulfilled. And you are feeling that you are one of the blessed person, one of the luckiest person in the world, which all things are happening in your dream. In the dream I came, because you are hearing my Aparokshanubhuti class, and also I also feel that I have come in your dream. I say, look, Dharmat, it is all your dream. It is not real. So don't get washed away. Don't get carried over. Look, Catherine, don't get carried over. Whatever you are going to Wicklow Mountain, you are having a BMW car, you are having all merrymaking, that is all untrue, unreal, because just you are having the dream. You say, Swami, please stop your sermon. Let me enjoy my life. Okay, fine. I said, because you don't want to listen to that reality, I said that, okay, enjoy your life. And you enjoyed your dream world so nicely. And then alarm rings and your dream breaks and you come into conscious. Said, oh, that's true. Swamiji came in dream also and told this world, dream world is unreal, but I didn't understand. I felt it is real and Swamiji was wrong. And now when I came into this waking state, now I am able to understand that, yes, it is not real. It was a dream or it was unreal. Now, we are telling that the dream world was not real, and in the waking state of experience, you are able to understand, yes, it is not real. But now we are trying to tell that even this waking state experience, so-called waking state experience, is also not real. It is just like a big dream, very long dream. Swamiji, you said about the dream world. I understand now. That's unreal. But come on, because my experience something tallied with you, you cannot say that, you cannot bluff me. Even this waking experience is also like a dream. You cannot say that. You cannot. I don't think you are saying right, or I'm unable to even comprehend, my dear Swami. Yes, that problem will be there for all of us. Why? Because we are staying in the waking state, and we are trying to understand that the waking state is not real. Just like you were in the dream world, and you had a dream that you are hearing Aparokshanubhuti class, and I'm telling that, my dear, whatever you were experiencing this in this dream world, that is not real. Swamiji is telling that this dream world is not real, and you are experiencing the dream, and you are in the dream world, and you are not aware of that. And you felt that maybe, may not be, but I'm not very sure. Only when you came into the waking state of experience, only you came to understand that, yes, whatever the Swamiji was giving the sermon, even in the dream, that was true, that this dream world was not real. It is unreal. Similarly, when we transcend ourselves from this waking state of experience to the witness or the Turiya state, experience of the transcendental reality, then we will be able to understand, we will be able to comprehend properly in reality that, yes, this mundane world or the waking state of experience, the experience of waking state is also just a dream, big dream, or it is an appearance. It is not real. There is no reality at all in that. But we are staying in the waking state, and we are trying to understand that waking state is also a big dream. That's where the tautology's contradiction is, our experience and our hearing doesn't go together or doesn't match. So this we have to understand. If you can understand properly, if you can comprehend properly, at least in due course of time, you will be able to understand. And now, how to believe in this? The question may come, yes, the philosophers or the saints, the great spiritual aspirants, whoever has experienced, based on their experience, they have told all these things. So based on their experience with a rational, we can accept this idea, and we keep going, moving in our spiritual life or in our rational thinking. Then today or tomorrow, we'll be able to understand. Yadvan mrudi gatabhrantim shukto va rajatastitam tadvad brahmani jivatvam vikshamanena pashyati. The one more beauty of Advaita Vedanta, the non-dualistic philosophy, is we say there are so many people, fine. There are so many human beings, fine. There are so many souls, multiplicity of souls. Whereas all other systems of philosophy or schools of philosophy, they understand and they accept. But whereas the Advaita Vedanta, the non-dualistic school of philosophy, it negates it. It denies that there are so many souls. No, there are never so many souls. There is only one soul, but it is appearing as many souls. How to understand this? Just as after the illusion has gone, one is no more deluded to see a jar in the earth or silver in the nacre. So does one no more so individualness in Brahman when the latter is realized as self. Now, how to understand this? There's a beautiful clay pot. There's a beautiful clay plate. There's a beautiful vase made from the clay. There's a tumbler made from clay. Again, 4 substances, 4 objects with 4 names. And their functions different, their names are different, their forms are different. No doubt. Clay pot, clay vase or vase, clay plate, and clay tumbler. But the substratum for all these 4 substances or 4 objects is only one substance, that is what? Clay. If you remove the clay from all these 4 things, then these 4 things ceases to exist. So the substratum for all the 4 objects is the substance called clay, isn't it? So similarly, whereas only clay, but it is appearing as so many. So similarly, the consciousness alone is only one, but it is appearing as many. Then how can you say, Swamiji? Because you are different and I am different. How? Because when you are eating, I'm sleeping. When you are sleeping, when I'm sleeping, my wife is dancing. When my wife is dancing, my son has gone outside. When my son has gone outside, my daughter is attending a school. Like that, we can take even in our family. So many people, we are 5 people, say. 5 people are having different experience at the same time. Then how can you say that there is only one soul? If there was only one soul, then we should have all the same experience with the 5 people, so-called. But all the 5 people's experience is different, then that means 5 souls should be there. So there cannot be one soul. You are wrong, or Advaita Vedanta is wrong. There is a misconception. Their idea is wrong. Fine. The question comes now is, there are 50 mirrors I've kept. Beautiful sunny day today we are having. Ireland this time, they were saying August, even September also we are having a very good sun, Swamiji. So I was saying, okay, sun is gracious on me. Why? Because I love sunny day. Now we have kept 50 mirrors, and you are looking, because of 50 mirrors you have kept, there are 50 reflections of a sun, and you are looking, it is appearing like for you, there are 50 suns. Or still, the other example I can give, 50 buckets of water. And in every bucket of water you go, the reflection of moon is seen in every bucket of water. So there are 50 buckets of water kept in different places. And when you go along, then you are seeing 50 moons. Because why? Each bucket you are seeing the different moon. Wonderful. Then if you ask any child, how many moons are there, my dear child? The child will say, Papa, there will be 50 moons. Or Mama, there will be 50 moons. Why? Because we are seeing 50 moons in 50 buckets. Then we say, no, my dear, there is only one moon. She says, no, you are weak at mathematics. Probably your maths teacher didn't teach you proper mathematics. Why? Because there are 50 buckets. Each bucket has got one moon. That means 50 moons, isn't it? Simple mathematics. I think you are not well studied mathematics. The child argues. Yes, from common sense point of view, probably if you do it, see it, it is right. But the father laughs and says, my dear, there are the 50 reflections of the same moon or the single moon. Now in 5 buckets of water, the moon is so clear. And in 5 buckets of water, someone shaken the water. So the reflection of the moon is also a bit shaky. Does it mean that the moon is getting shaken? Or is it different? No. Sometimes because of the placement, the moon, only half of the moon, like crescent moon you are seeing, does mean that there is a crescent moon and there is a full moon? No. Only because of the position of the bucket, you are only seeing the crescent moon, but it is not actually so. Only one moon, but there are so many buckets of water, so many reflections you are seeing. So similarly, my subtle body is one reflection, one bucket. John has got one body, it is one reflection. Dharmat has got one body, one subtle body, it is one reflection. Catherine has got one body, she has got a subtle body, it is one more reflection. So Guru Sada has got one body, one subtle body, it has one reflection. So like that, there are thousands, hundreds, thousands, millions, billions of subtle bodies, and there are so many reflections. So you keep 100,000 buckets of water in a big field, then if you see 100,000 of moon can be seen, because in every bucket of water. So similarly, there are millions, billions of individual beings, maybe birds, animals, beasts or human beings. So there are so many souls we feel, but there is only one soul. So there are so many reflections. So one is, I am not the body, I am not the matter. That's the one thing has been told. I am the pure awareness consciousness. And that same pure awareness and consciousness has been appearing as this mundane world. The author told in the previous verse. Now the author is telling that there are no multiplicity of souls. There is only one consciousness, only one pure awareness. There is only one Atman or one Brahman, and that is appearing as many. How many? So many reflecting mediums. There can be 100,000 people taken birth tomorrow. So many souls will increase. No, only so many reflecting mediums will increase. That is what has been told in the 59th verse. Then my experience and your experience at the same time should be same? No, it cannot be. Why? Because my subtle body is different from your subtle body. So my experience is different from your experience. So multiplicity of souls has been negated by, it has not been accepted by the Advaita Vedanta or the non-dualistic school of philosophy. Now, what is the pros and cons of it? This can be the wonderful base for our service. As we all know, Lord Jesus Christ has said, love your neighbor as yourself. Love your neighbor as you. You should, how you should be treated from others. So similarly, you should treat others also. We all say that. So now, love your neighbor as yourself, etc., etc. They said, now we should love everyone and we should not hate anyone. Why? Because the same spirit, the same consciousness, the same self, or the same substance is there in every being. If I hate someone, I am hating myself. And if I love someone, I am loving myself. And that's what told in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Why do I love my wife? Because I love myself, so that's why I love my wife actually. But we think that I'm loving my wife, but in reality, because that same self is there in her also, that's why I'm loving God. Why do I love my children? Because I feel that he or she is my part of it. The same self is there, but we are not doing it because of ignorance. We are thinking I am separate and he or she is separate, and we are loving and we are hating or whatever. But in reality, the same spirit, the same soul, the same consciousness, awareness exists in every being. So we should love each other. Why? Because the same thing is there, same substance is there in everyone. So why should we do service? Why should we help each other? Why should we love each other? Why should we do that peacefully? Everyone should coexist. We should not do war. We should not do, hatred. Or we should not create struggles, battles between country, between civilizations, between people, between neighbors. Why? Because the same spirit, the same consciousness is there in everyone. Then how can I hate anyone? Now the war is happening between so many countries. That is not right. We should love each other. There should be peace with everyone. The same substance, the consciousness, awareness, Brahman, Purusha, Atman, self, spirit, whatever the name you speak, the same thing is there in everyone. If so, then why should we hate? We should God has given enough things for everyone. We should peacefully coexist. We should love and we should support each other. We should not hate and we should not trouble. I want to be happy, fine. Because I want to be happy, I should not pull someone's leg. I should not put someone down. I should not cheat someone because for my happiness. That is what wrong thing. So when you study Advaita Vedanta properly, one can be very rational and scientific, philosophical, and at the same time, that can be the very strong base for the ethics and morality even, for the peaceful love, even for the society or for the sociology or for the social philosophy. That can be one of the wonderful base, a wonderful, strong, sound base, the Advaita Vedanta. So that this aspect has been very clearly, beautifully narrated by Swami Vivekananda in his practical Vedanta lectures. Just because he is also a human being, I am also a human being, so we should love each other. That is fine. But if you say that the same spirit is there in both of us, so that's why we should love each other, that has got even the higher angle. The Advaita is giving the highest angle. Why should we love each other? Why I should love every being? Why should I embrace the whole humanity with love? For that, the Advaita Vedanta is giving the one of the wonderful, rational, highest sound philosophy we should understand. So Advaita Vedanta is not the only thing which is telling the truth. Who am I? Yes, it is the base. It is the important thing. But at the same time, it is giving the wonderful philosophy which can be the strong base for our society, for our social dealings, for our loving each other, and for resolving our conflicts. Resolving the hatred, resolving the envy and jealousy, all whatever the human mind weakness or human weakness we see, to resolve all these things, the Advaita Vedanta can be the one of the very beautiful, sound philosophy, or one of the highest philosophy. We have to understand. And then now the question may come, Swamiji, multiplicity of souls, you are saying that it has been negated. You gave examples. There are so many reflecting mediums. There are so many souls. There are not. Then, if so, how do we explain? How do you describe the embodied souls? Jivatma, we say. I am separate, you are separate, and there are so many Jivatmas. We are all bound souls, embodied souls. Then what is the nature of these embodied souls? So the soul, the pure awareness consciousness, and as I embodied soul, Jivatma, bound soul, is there any difference, or both are one and the same? Essentially, they are one and the same, or is there any difference essentially? Are the soul and the embodied soul, bound soul, both are made up of the same thing? Is there any difference between them? So such type of questions we may get. Isn't it? It is obvious, it is natural. Let me take this question. What is the nature of Jiva? What is the nature of individual soul? What is the nature of embodied soul? What is the nature of bound soul? Is it same thing like a pure awareness or consciousness or self in reality? Are they different from, the embodied soul is different from the normal soul or free soul? Both are one and the same. Let me take in my next class. And if you got any questions, I'll be happy to answer. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Shri Rama Krishna Arpanamastu.